Hi all, right back with more Red Storm Dark Blue Defection Scenario 5 called Dark Blue Defection. This is my part 3. Well, I was adamant I was coming home today to go to the other table, and I did do a couple of things and looked up a couple of things and whatever. I thought I was going to have more chance today to read over the rules again. I have decided to give this Normandy beginning and the end a try with the Alone in the Storm solo expansion. Yeah, I'm just not sure it's going to be my cup of tea. But I've said this before, and I could just play one scenario. It's not going to take that hit. Well, I know it'll take longer than it should for me, but it's just, I'm just start getting it started, and I was just about to start setting some things up, and I had a couple of queries as well. I was missing a piece from the game. At least I think I am. I can't find it anyway. But I did buy the main game second hand, so I dare say. So I was hoping to get maybe that printed out, and it's just a wee turn track thing. I mean, I could probably just do it on a piece of paper and write it down, but it'd be nicer to have it. Anyway, that's not what you're here to watch, is it? So I came back across here just now. I think I should get a bit more time to look at the rules tomorrow, whether that'll happen or not. I feel like I need to freshen myself up with the rules again. You read all these different rule books, and then you go to play the game, and then you think, right, I forgot all about it now. So you really need to kind of play the game after, maybe while you're reading the rule book, Grant. Okay, anyway, this is part 3 of this. And we didn't get an awful lot done in part 2, but we did get started. Okay, just before I kicked off there, I was wanting to double check now, and I got a bit confused, but I think I've worked it out. So, yeah, it was regarding, hang on. Yeah, so it was regarding it's not a bombing flight, it's a SEAD flight, actually. So, there's a slight difference to the task with that. And then I thought, right, these ATCBUs. Well, we used these in scenario 3. I think it was the AT version of them. Well, it must have been. It must have been, because the AP ones, it was in scenario 3 we were attacking the armour and the mech units. So, yeah. But I was a little confused here because it's showing six spaces, and on here it says that must be bomb point 6 per aircraft, right? Bomb point 6 per aircraft. Right, hang on. I'd like to look at that then. That's what I'd like to look at, just to double check. I think wait just now, I'll check something. Okay, well maybe this isn't the case then. Something's amiss here. Right. The reason being, right, here's the. Well, rather, we can just look at the card. So here's the card for this flight, and yeah, I mean it's quite clear here that it is six bombs for the F111 D/E Aardvark. At 6 bombs. You've got this 4. You use 4 if it's a deep strike mission or task. Obviously, we're not doing that. So that seems clear. That seems clear enough. It's 6 bombs for each aircraft, and that's what that says. 6 bombs per aircraft, and we've got 6 boxes per aircraft. So all good there. But when you read up on the ATCBU bomb strength, it says bomb strength is doubled versus AAA, all types, SAM, EWR, armour, mech, artillery, and missile targets. And I remember this, and also something clicked there and said, hang on, I'm sure Howard had upgraded, like, this isn't shown double. So to me, I think we get 12 strength. I think what's going to happen is we're going to get 12 strength per aircraft. Assuming we target one of the... If we target anything else, it says strength is half versus other targets. So if it's not one of the targets I just mentioned, it would be half. Now, the targets on the map are SAMs and AAA. So, you know, and what... Right, I think what's happening here is you can clearly see that there's only so much space on this. Right, let me show you the previous missions one. This, well, not the previous, this is scenario 3. But it just was confusing me a little bit because I was looking up the bombs and I was thinking, I thought we got double strength and blah, blah, blah. Well, this one, this is what we had. We had Lizard and Cylon, bombing tasks. They had ATCBUs as well. They've got 6. It says they're bombing point 6 per aircraft, but I'll tell you what, I'm going to get the cards out just now. Well, in fact, no, I didn't need to look at the cards because I looked at the chart. I looked at the data chart, but I'm going to get the card just to be sure. Well, you know what? We're using the card, so I'm going to show you on the card. I mean, I understand what's happened here. Well, at least I think I do. It's just you can see how this could be a bit confusing as all, Howard. I'm pretty sure. Now, what are they? They're A10As, right? Wait till I find it. A10A Thunderbolt. Yeah, I'm right. So there we go. There's the A10A Thunderbolt, and you can see here it's bomb point 6 per aircraft, 6 spaces, and you can see there it's only a 3. And initially when I looked at this, I think I maybe got the heads up from John or while we were talking about it, and in fact it might have even Howard himself had said that he had already doubled these for you, because all our targets were going to get the double strength. But you can see where the confusion could lie there, Howard, unless it's mentioned somewhere, but because that's kind of suggesting that there's 6, that's suggesting that there's 6. We know there's only 3. I understand you put them like that because they are going to get doubled. However, it's not the same scenario here. You know, it's not the same situation. You're showing 6 here. No, I'll tell you what, that's I wonder if I know he's done some errata, but has he done anything? Has he maybe done something to this then? Hang on a sec. No, there's not been any change there. I don't know if I'm being a bit too picky here. Maybe it's quite possible I am. And I think I understood what is going on. Obviously, you can't put 12 boxes in here for each one. There's not the space to do it. But it kind of just, it doesn't match up. This doesn't match up with what, you know, what's on that card to what's on that card, you know. And when I say cards, I mean, you know, it shows it in the aircraft data chart that these have 3 bombs per aircraft, these have 6 bombs per aircraft. Now, yeah, and I see what you've done, you've doubled that up, you've not been able to double that up, maybe because there's no space, and yeah, maybe that's why I'm picking on things that don't need to be picked on. But however, it confused me a little, that's all. You know, that's... you start to doubt a little bit and sort of say, well, hold on here. I mean, could it be... I could understand if there was some other targets that you weren't getting to double up, you know, and then you had to just use the 6 points. But as far as I can see, and they aren't ATs, it's not that AT, CBU, bomb strength is double versus AA, all types, SAM, EWR, armor, mech, artillery, and missile targets. And it says strength is half versus other targets. Only level bombing profile attacks at lower deck altitude are allowed for ATCBU. So yeah, I mean, in this scenario, I can't see anything else that, you know, that's targetable. So it looks like it's same as the previous scenario. But I can understand this, but I think the confusion was what maybe should have been, maybe you need to change how does that make make that a 3. Make this a 3, and I think it would have been clearer anyway. But you can, you know, because they only get 3 per aircraft, but then you see it's been doubled up. So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm getting it though. I'm getting it. It's just I'm maybe, yeah. Maybe it's not something that anybody else has been bothered about. I can't see anything written anywhere as well, so what are we on? It's part mission 5, isn't it? No, I didn't read anything about that there, so I'm just going to put that, assume that is the case. I'm pretty sure it has to be. We still get to double these up. They do have 6 bombs, but yeah, I think you can see what I'm saying, but whether it needed to be said or not. Okay, let's get back to the actual game then. So anyway, we've got the same bombs that we used before, the ATCBUs, and well, like I've just said, I think we're going to get 12 strength of bombs per aircraft. Now we don't need to drop all this at once, remember, because we've got a few targets, haven't we? I mean, we've got a lot to try and take care of up there. I mean, ideally we'd like to do something to every one of them, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. 6 targets. We've got, what did I say? Well, 24, so you've got 48 points of strength. If you divide that by 6, oh, wait a minute, here we go. Grant, try to do some sums. I had to pause that there. It's 8, isn't it? 8 6s. Yeah. 6, 12, 24, but we've got double, so yeah, 8. So 8 strength. If we were able to do that, I'm not sure that's feasible or not. Let's just look at play raid card 3 or 2, I want to say. We'll go for 3. Yeah, it was 3. Let's just look. See, I'm going to have to move something about here. Well, I'll tell you what I could do. I think I'm quite used to using that there. I wonder if I can put that there. That's the Warsaw Pack flights, and I can put this here. Yeah, and if you're wondering what it is I'm moving about, I know I talked about putting a chart here, but I've kind of got used to putting stuff over there. So if I put that there, it's just I can't put them on top of these because I smudged something there already. So if I lay anything on top of that, the dry erase markers are just gonna wipe it out. Yeah. So well, here's our possible bombing. If we went in at 8, so it's not terrible, to be honest. That's right, isn't it? That's the strength. However, I suppose once you check the modifiers, that might make it, I mean, I'd be happy enough getting a 2 result there. I know we rolled terrible on that chart before. Now we would be doing level bombing again. So I think it'd be these modifiers here. Target profiles. 2K22, well the SA13's a B. 2K22s. Just gonna try and have a quick look here. A concentrations or C? No. 2K20. How do we find out what a 2K22 is? It's maybe in the. Oh no, is it not on this? It's on one of the charts. Maybe I played 2 or 1 even. Pause just now, Grant. It tells you the end of each section. So it tells you for the concentrations, it tells you they are profile C. Well, that rule is 14.21 AAA as targets. Then you've got 14.55 fire can as targets. Fire can units are target profile C. And then you've got 14.65 mobile AA as targets. Organic mobile AAA must be targeted separately from their parent ground unit. Okay. Both separate and organic mobile AA are target profile C. So it's C's all around, yeah. Okay. So that was for a modifier, wasn't it? So, well, bomb sight value, we've got a 3. So that's a good. C is not a problem, so that's good. We wouldn't be doing that. Now, there you go. You'd be wanting to attack from deck, ideally. Or you'd take a -1 modifier at low. Now, yeah, this could come into it as you're coming along. That's a problem, and let's hope not that as well. But that wouldn't apply. That wouldn't apply. This one's going to apply again, isn't it? It's a level bombing profile, but it's non-rocket pods. Yeah, because we've not had rocket pods. We would. The last time we done the attack with these ATCBUs, we used that. So it must have been right there. So that doesn't apply. That, well, remember we're at night. There's nothing there about night, is there? That doesn't apply. -4 here. Not applicable for flights with FLIR. Let's hope we've got that. We don't. Well, it's not a note anyway. What is FLIR? I'll need to look that up. It is forward-looking infrared, an advanced sensor carried by some NATO aircraft. Well, not this one. Unfortunately. No, it's RWRC, JAM 3D, Night, it's TFR. No, they don't have it. Just having a glance here. What aircraft do? I don't see that note on any of the NATO aircraft. Oh, hang on. I'm looking at US aircraft. So it might be something else. Sorry, I'm not looking in the right bit. Oh, well, why did we not have the F111F aardvark instead? They're the ones that have it. It's on the data chart there. I'll zoom out. I thought I was looking under the notes because I thought it'd be under notes, but there you go, FLIR there, and that's the F11F. So it's a sister plane of this one. And we just have radar TFR night. It's got radar FLIR TFR and night. So, and there's another one down there, Nighthawk. There might be a couple others. Okay. Well, we don't have that, so that's kind of huge, isn't it? That's put a big damper on what was looking like a decent sort of set of modifiers, because we were getting a plus there, so it was 3, nothing there. Maybe nothing there, and hopefully nothing here. I don't know. I guess if we're going at deck, we're as well being at deck as low, I think. Then yeah, the only thing that doesn't fire at low that fires at deck is small arms barrage. Oh, I kind of forgot about that. You automatically get that on the hostile side of the front. Just as well I had a glance at that, I kind of forgot all about that. Because that's always been in play, isn't it? That's what small arms fire is. So, yeah, you kind of don't want to be at deck then. Because, I mean, it's bad enough you're getting the the 2K22 inherent, which at low altitude is a slightly better, well, it's the die roll between a 12 and a 13 for deck, between deck and low. But it would keep you out that small arms range, so that kind of says you probably want to be at low altitude, so you are going to get that -1. So that would put us down to a 2, and assuming these go okay, oh, you're going to get a -2 for that as well. So that's a 0, and then we're going to get a -4 for that because it's at night, and we don't have that FLR. Yuck. Well, there you go. That doesn't sound so good now. So I think we're probably going to be looking at at least a -4 modifier, and that's if we're lucky and don't have any of the AA modifiers or the SAM attack possible hit. Don't know. Do we possibly try? Well, I'm saying I don't think we can go for the SAM first, really, can we? I think we've got a. I want to say that looks like a nice run in. Come in here, and the thing is, the SAM's going to fire at you there as well. You're going to get everything, aren't you? I think I'm just going to have to just go in with this and take my chances and see what happens. I could see this mission possibly failing quite quickly because we could really get messed up there. Remember though that your morale rolls aren't terrible from these grants, so. But yeah, we take some damage. We lose some bomb strength because we've got to jettison and yeah. Okay, well, maybe it's a bit much to sort of try and think I can target all 6 of them. The problem is that we've got to go into that hex, so the only one that doesn't fire at that hex is that one. So could we possibly avoid that one? Maybe. Not that easily though, really, is it? No, we can't. Oh yeah, it's a 2K22. It's not a SAM grant. So yeah, we possibly could, as long as we stay out of these hexes here, we could avoid that one. So that still could bring me down here. Just come straight in, go for this. Obviously the SAM's going to fire, but I mean if this... Or... Should we go for the SAM first? No, I don't think so. Oh, I don't know. Right, I'm spending too much time thinking about this. These are the sort of things I should be thinking about off camera, and then maybe briefly talking about my thoughts. I'm talking about what I'm thinking here, I suppose, but yeah, you've got to kind of work all these things out a little bit and decide what your best options are. So if we take that one out of the equation, we've got 5 targets then with 48 strength. That's not that much better, is it? That's only 9, isn't it? Well, with 3 left over somewhere. So, okay, right. Make your mind up what you're going to do, Grant. Right, well, we're not even anywhere near that, are we? I was forgetting. We've not even started the turn yet. But I guess that's a major thing I need to think about, that. How I'm going to go in there and how I'm going to tackle my bombing. Yeah. Okay, so start of the turn. We're going to roll for an event. Was I showing you the event rolls? I don't think I was it? It's not... That one's not that important either, is it? Let me get a bit more space here. Where am I? I'm needing play rate card 4, because I like that there, and then play rate card 2 has the events on the back. I think the ones that are not applicable are, I think it's the same. Well, let's roll for event. Yeah, because this is turn 2, isn't it? Right, okay, let's get that started. I've rolled 17, so pretty high. 17, I'm just double checking. I think it's the same. It just goes up to 14. Yeah, it's the same ones. 5, 11, and 14. Pretty sure it's the same ones. Whether there was some extra ones in the previous scenarios or not. Right, 17, we've got Warsaw Pact, electronic warfare success. The Warsaw Pact player may choose to pull the first shot during the movement phase for this turn. Okay. Yeah, we had that one before, didn't we? So not really a biggie. Well, I was wondering about maybe try to do the same and move all the Warsaw Pact flights, but I think Dodge is probably sitting, well, maybe not just him, but I mean, if he, because we climbed to high as well, didn't we? So we could dash at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And these are going to, if these weren't, if I was just to move them, they'd move 4 again. So 1, 2, 3, somewhere like there. And if I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can see I'm going to be within, there's a good chance that I'm going to be within the BVR. They've got a range. I mean, it would have to be in the front, probably. A range of 5 in the front. But there's nothing to stop me moving them up there, is there? However, I've got to kind of, how do I go about that event then? Well, what about I just say, yeah, what about I move all these 4 flights and then we draw a chip for ourselves? That's their Warsaw Pact. We'll just kind of say they drew a 4. I don't think you can get a 4 in the small, but yeah, and then we'll draw a chip after that. Does that make it sound about right? I think so. Yeah, let's do that. So we don't need to roll for initiative. Oh, sorry, there was no jamming. Oh, detection, crap. You're jumping away ahead. Right. There isn't any jamming, but there is detection. So, and I've not been showing these die rolls, have I? So we've got, right, is there anything at deck? No. No, apart from the helicopters, but they're not counting. So there's no modifiers. So rolling on the C column to detect. Alright, it's individual aircraft here, isn't it? Right, so let's roll for SLAM, or SEAD mission. On the C column, they need a 12. Damn, rolled 14, so that is indeed. Try to keep my eye on the hex there. Well, the medium markers there. Okay, and then yeah, we've done pretty well with the detection rolls the last time, didn't we? So roll for Vegas. Again, need a 12. 10, so Vegas is alright, and then Dodge. Yeah, Chevy's already detected. So Dodge rolled 14 as well. So Dodge is detected too. Over to there, guys. Well, 3 of them. Right, so it's C flight there. So we're rolling on the D column, so we need a 13. No modifiers again. 8, so that's no good. And then the other flights, there's none of them detected. Yeah. So we'll go E, F, G, H. So E rolled a 12, so just misses. Yeah. F 19, so F is detected. Oops. I like to keep things neat. Right, G. 15, so he's detected as well. Oops. Finally, H. 12, just missed. Okay, so, and then, well, they can't do anything more detection-wise, because again, they're still all just generic flights. However, yeah, I think we're still too far away, isn't it? Our Phantoms have, our F4s have a 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I tell a lie. We are in range at E flight there. So we're at high, they're at medium, and this has got no look down. I know it comes to it when we're attacking, but the fact that it's in that box regarding the radar might mean we can't do this unless we're at the same altitude, because we are looking down, aren't we? Wait till pause and find this. Yeah, so radar search detection 10.22, but I'll just skip to 10.23, which is look down. That's on page 16. Look down applies if the target flight is at a lower altitude band, which it is. I've already said we're at high, they're at medium. He's at medium. However, some aircraft have sophisticated radars that make look down non-applicable in some conditions. Aircraft ADCs list look down performance for flights with search radars. LD for aircraft with no look down restrictions. LD limited for aircraft affected by look down only at targets at deck or low. So we would have got away with that if we had limited. No LD for aircraft subject to look down against all targets at lower altitude bands. If look down does apply, the flight may not make a radar search or attempt to engage in BVR combat. Okay, so that's going to be restrictive too. So we're going to be dropping to medium altitude, clearly. Right, so we cannot do a radar search on them. There's no EWR on the map, and there's nothing within 4. Again, I've still to go and have a look at the difference in visual detection and visual ID. I know I looked at it before and I had it sussed. It's just, I think because they're called visual something, visual this and visual that, it's obviously not stuck with me. Right, so that's all detection attempts, isn't it? There's nothing else we can do. Like I say, they can't use their radars yet. So movement phase. Right, okay, well, I'll just do, I think that sounds, I know I'm making things up here a little bit, but you can see what I'm doing, I think. So if we move these 4 flights, there's not an issue with them. It's not, it's not that Chevy can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and be within BVR range of these. So there's nothing that can happen to these. So I'm just going to move these 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. So just move all of them. They stay at medium altitude. And that's them done. Now I maybe should mark them this time, because I'm going to have to now watch what I'm doing, I think. Okay, that's that. So we'll assume that was the Warsaw Pax initiative draw then. Because, actually, well, the thing is here, no, hang on. Yeah, that does affect things, doesn't it? Because I want, or do I? I think I do. I think I need them. I need these to move first. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away, and the longest range I'm going to get is 5, and that's assuming I'm in his front arc, which I don't think I would be coming in. Well, I might be. So that's a problem. Does that mean I've got to move them back? Or I think I do, don't I? I think because of that, I need to randomise what they're going to do. It could be that this flight E is the one that moves first. Well, yeah, no, you still need to draw a check, Grant. I I think I'm going to have to do it properly. I feel like there could have been a way out of that, and I feel like maybe I could have left these, but I don't really think I can. Yeah, I'm going to have to do it properly, I think. Okay, I'll move them back, right. Okay, so the event said that they get to draw the first chip, so we didn't need to roll for initiative. They're going to draw the first chip, right? And then obviously I need to decide on what flights are going to move. Okay, so here we go. So a 3 on the large. Oh, and it's a 3 on the small as well. So they are getting 3 flights to move. Okay, let me get played card 5 just to be sure here. Now, the big one is there any flights within 7? There's not. There's not any detected. Does it need to be detected? I think so. There's nothing within 7 anyway. So we're going to randomise, we're going to roll a dice and see what suits are going to move. We're going to move as many flights in the rolled suit as allowed by the initiative chip. So I'm going to roll, and I'm going to roll a 6, which is spades. So, spades, what we got? Well, I can see there's a G here, and unfortunately, yet again, yeah, I just wish there'd somewhere had been, unless I'm missing an easy way to do this. That's a diamond. Well, that's a heart, right? Okay. That's a diamond as well. So we've got 1 spade there. And we've got 1 spade there. That's a heart. Right, so there's only 2 spades in the flight. Maybe what I could do myself is, in future, there's quite a lot of them, just a wee bit of paper. I did say I would like a bit of paper for other things, so a wee bit of paper and just jot down, you know, A is a diamond, B is a diamond. It's not going to take much to do that, is it? Rather than have to maybe turn them over at times. So we've got flight D and flight G. So both of them are going to move. So D is going to move first because alphabetically, that's how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he moves ahead. Nothing fancy. He gets marked. That's 1 initiative. Now G, and this is what I was saying, one of these moving. Well, whether these 2 at the back might be in range or not, I don't know. Right, so I was wondering how to move these. I mean, they're going along, 4 of them there, sort of side by side of the... I mean, do I want to turn them so that they go up like that? So that they're the same? You know, that could be kind of relevant. 1, 2, 3... Well, he's coming from the back, so... 1, 2, 3, 4. And once he reaches within 1 of his hex, he changes now to waypoint 3. And he can do... That's only... No, he can do a 60, can't he? Yeah, because the speed was 4. See, that's the thing though. I'm probably pointing right. I'm right in Dodgy's line, exactly how I would want him to be. But I've got to reach within 1 hex, haven't I? It's not within 2. No, that's right. Because I remember Howard commenting on that. The fact that I think within the main rules it's 2 hexes, but I think in the DBD they wanted to keep it that. If I'm right. So yeah, I mean, would they do the 60? So yeah, so you would have to go 1, 2, 3. You have to reach that hex, and then he can. Yeah, I think he's going to turn because he's heading for waypoint 3, and he can only make a 60-degree turn. So he's going to finish with a max turn marker as well, and he's at medium altitude, and he's marked finished. Okay, so that's 2 of their 3 initiative. We're going to have to roll dice again. Although we've only got hearts and diamonds left, so I can just roll odd or even here, can't I? Yeah, so hearts are odd. It's even. So it's diamonds. Well, there's the A up there. and like I say, it doesn't. Real bots in the flight, real bot flights in the suit move first, but we've none of that yet. So A's going to move first. He's clearly the lowest. 1, 2, 3, 4. He moves up to there. That was his, and that's him. Mark finished. Okay. Yeah, I think I had to do it that way, didn't I? You can see the difference now as that I can activate that flight and maybe have a go at this guy. Or find out if he's real or not, shall we say. Right, that's their initiative done. So it is over to us now. Right, yeah, so, yeah, I think if I get at least a 1, I think we should have a look at this anyway. I'm pretty sure it looks like I can take that guy on. Right, so drawing a chit. It's a 2 in the large. Oh, it's a 1 just. I know there's a 2, there's one with a 2 and a 0 in the back, isn't there? Right, so let's look at the possibility of moving dodge flight then and engage in. So his front arc, yeah, I think we're probably fine. Like I say, the way he turned there, but it's not. I wasn't deliberately doing that, but I mean, it'd been a different story, to be honest, if I could have turned the full 90 degrees. But I had to move straight into that hex first because I had to move just one adjacent. So I couldn't really have done it differently, I don't think. It's not that I was trying to manipulate that. So his front arc, right, yeah, he's looking up the spine. So his front arc, does it go up? Hang on, I'm looking at the wrong. No, I think it's. Right, hang on, wait a minute. I might need that player aid again. Struggle to work them out. Right, it's hiding now. Great. Must have been parade card 3. So yeah, he's looking at the spine. So yeah, it does go halfway through. It goes halfway through that row of X's. That's right. Yeah, so to be honest, and it goes halfway through that row of hexes. Yeah. So we're going to be in his front arc. He's in our front arc. We're going to have a range of 5. Yeah, I mean, we should go and take this on, surely. Man, bear in mind there's 3 dummies, so okay, so I'm going to move dodge. Now remember, I also need to get him at medium altitude. So I need to get within 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, hang on. I'm moving. The further I'm moving that way, no, that's fine. I think it's fine. What I'd like to do is, I should get some generic counters out the wee bag. Right, I'll maybe do that before I get set up again later. Just to leave a counter there with the face in, so I know what it is I'm doing. Well, you know what? There's the high markers there anyway. So I'm going to move dodge at. Well, what are we going to do with him? He's at high, so he's got a speed of 4. Yeah, he's clean. 4, or he could go at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4 gives me 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, well, I need to go at 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm only just getting that. Oh, and I was thinking I need to choose my altitude, but we can do that freely, so we are okay. We are okay. Right. So I'm going to set my speed at 6. Oh, I need to dash him. So he's going to dash at 6. 1, 2, 3. Do I want to make any kind of turns here? I don't think so. I think if I turn any, I'm going to have to be careful. Yeah, no, it's fine. I think I just go straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nah, hold on though. Is he in your front arc still? That's that one, Yeah, he is. Is that right? There and there. Show me that wee diagram again. Yeah, it just goes up the hex sides. Yeah. Yeah, so he's just inside, yeah. So he's just inside our front arc and we're inside his front arc. That's good. So that was 6 moved. Now within one of the movements, I'm also going to have dropped to medium altitude. I'm just going to leave that wee marker there. And we're going to have dropped to medium altitude. Now we might possibly have crossed the front there as well, but we're at medium, so that is good, isn't it? Yeah. As long as that's as low as we get with our fighters. In the night situation, yeah, it's another reason to stay away from. Well, it's deck we want to stay away from. I don't think anything else is affected by night there. It's just the main ones were the collision, the turns. I need to watch for when we're actually detecting, right enough as well. Right, so with that last movement point, I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes away. I'm in his front arc, so my BVR weapon, my AIM 72, has a range of 5 from his front. So I'm going to BVR engage that flight G. Okay. Right, well, first of all, when that happens, I think this is where we need to check to see if he's real, isn't it? It receives an attempt BVR combat or attempt. No, that's the actions result. It attempts to gauge in or is successfully engaged in. Oh, actually, I need to roll for the engagement first then. So, actually, yeah, I do need to do this first because I was saying it doesn't matter if we do it one way or the other. Oh, it was maybe when we're using my F-15s because they auto-engage, don't they? Well, this doesn't auto-engage. So, attempts to engage in or is successfully engaged in air-to-air combat including BVR. So I do need to check to see if I'm going to be successful in engaging. So, well, let's do that first then. Okay, been here before, but let's not just skip through it, Grant. So the requirements. You know what? I thought he is detected. I just keep forgetting that. That could have been one of the flights that weren't detected there, and I would have still done the exact same move, and then had to backtrack because I'd made a fool of myself. He is, however, detected. He is one of the ones that is detected. He's a spade. I suppose that's why. Well, no, that's not true. Yeah. Anyway, so he's detected. He's in range just of the undepleted BVR weapon. It's not an infrared BVR weapon. Rules of engagement must allow engagement. Well, we can see the rules of engagement. We've not got any friendly flights nearby, so all good. Look down must not apply. Well, I dropped to medium. Now we do have no look down on our flight, so we do need to be at the exact same altitude, which we are. Attacker not defensive view. Attacker has defending forward arc. It does. And then attacker's not in any of these states. Okay, so let's roll on a 9 with the first 2 modifiers. There's no difference in altitude band. The aggression value for these flights is a +2. Yeah, it is indeed. So with a +2 and we need a 9 to engage. Good enough. Right, 14. Okay, so engagement is successful. So this is when we now need to check to see if it's a real flight and this is not what we use because the DBD just adjusts this slightly. So let me look in the special scenario rules for scenario 5. No, it's here, isn't it? When activating bot flights, maximum 3 dummy flights. A row of 0 to 6 is a real flight. A row of 7 to 10 is a dummy flight. So that's what we need. So 0 to 6. So Sorry, that's a mistake, isn't it? It's 1 to 6. And by the way, that has been amended in Howard's rulebook online. If you were looking at the online version, that got amended. What was that? I went to look at if these bomb points, if I'd maybe adjusted something like that and realised it was a bit confusing. It might just be confusing to Grant. Let's just say that could be the case. There's a couple of other things though he's adjusted on the actual. Oh yeah, he adjusted the one of the missions we had. Remember, it was a jamming flight, and it wasn't stated if it was escort or standoff jamming. So I think he's went and changed that to say that they were standoff jamming. Right, let's roll for that. Well, we want this to be a real flight because yeah, we've got them in our sights, and yeah, why not? So we want a 1 to 6. So a good chance of it. Here we go. Yes, a 2. Okay, so we are going to find out what this is. So that's now. So now we need to roll again, don't we? Yeah. If bot flight activation check is real flight, we're going to roll on a 1d10 again. 1 to 3, it's going to be the MiG-25 PD. 4 to 6, the MiG-23M. 7 to 10, the MiG-21 SPS. So I'll try and show you them, but this means folding the book over there, which probably isn't the best idea. I noticed my main rule book, the staples coming out in the middle of the book. I've been obviously going through it. Where am I trying to find? Yeah, there it's there. If bot flight activation check is real. So there's what we're looking at. So I'll probably forget. And I'll just roll the dice first. Right, see what we get. 5. 1 to 3 was MiG-25. 4 to 6, so it's a MiG-23M. That's what we've got, MiG-23M. Okay, so let's sort this out. So his call sign's Mechlin. Now he's facing up the spine of that hex. So Mechlin is facing like that. He is marked finished. And there's his card if you want to look at what's what. Okay. Well, it's BVR anyway, so he's not going to get to do anything. Right, where are we now? I can take that away and we can move back to the engagement. So we've done the engagement check, and now we're going to go through all these. So manoeuvre, short resolution, etc. Right, so manoeuvre, just the BVR. We've got four aircraft. So we're rolling on the 4 column. Okay, so oops. What are the modifiers? No, yes. Right, so we're attacking from his forward arc, so we got +2, and we add the aggression value, that's a +2. So let's just get this moving. Let's not waste any time. So we're getting a +4 to this, and we're going to be looking on the 4 column. There we go. 11, that's not bad. 11 +4 is nice. 15. Oh, we know what number we need. We need 17, don't we? However, it is still 13 to 16, so we're in the 2 band. So that's fine. 2 shot. So 2 shot opportunities. I don't just go rushing madly, Grant. No, I don't think. I think everything's okay up to now. Take the wee cube away. Actually, move his dash marker down on him as well. So 2 shot opportunities. So our undepleted weapon, well, there's dodge just there. It's AIM-7E2. So unfortunately, I was thinking he was getting a +2, but I'm forgetting it's BVR. So BVR is getting a +0 for that. And the other modifier doesn't apply. Yeah, so there's no modifiers to this, unfortunately. Yeah. That's a good thing about the F-15s, wasn't it? Was it not a +3 you got for them? So that didn't apply, and that's a 0. So we've got 2 shots Obviously, we need greater than a 13, so 2 shots. Here's the first one. No modifiers. 20. That's too much, isn't it? It is. It's 16 to 19. I'm going to remember that one now, I think. 16 to 19. However, we'll take that. 1 aircraft damaged. Okay, what's our depletion numbers are 3 for this, so I think we go again, if we can roll like that. Right, so 1 aircraft damaged, and here's our second shot. Another 0 as well. 12, so no effect. So just the damage result. Yeah, that's not bad though, and we've got 1 flight, enemy flight on the map now. Right, so let me turn that over and then we'll roll for depletion. Okay, so depletion of our BVR weapons for dodge, like I say, is a 3. Now we've got a -1 to this because we fired 2 shots. Keep it high. Oh, damn. Well, that's really bad, isn't it? We really did not want that. Just when he's down amongst the action. Oh well. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure these aircraft are going to have to go in. They're going to have to start going in with their into standard air-to-air in this mission, I think. So he is depleted. I'll mark that off. He has depleted his radar homing missiles, which is his only BVR weapons. That's for dodge. Yeah, because it was a 4 -1 for a 3. Yeah. Okay, oh well. Right, so damage allocation. They have 4. Yeah, everybody's got 4 flights, haven't they? Everybody's got 4 aircrafts. Yeah, so we're rolling on the 4 column here to see which of the MiG-23s take the damage. It's just the 1 die in it. On the 4 column, I've rolled a 9, which is aircraft 4. So aircraft 4 is taking damage, so I'm just going to mark, what is that? That's the purple pen, isn't it? The damage. So that is, what's his name? Mecklin. Aircraft 4 is damaged. Okay. And no, I can show you them later. I'm marking them off camera, but whatever. Okay, so I think it's on morale now, isn't it? That was damage allocation, morale markers and bailout. Yeah, so there'll not be any bailout. Yeah, everyone's So I can carry on down the bottom here for morale. So this is more one that could. That's a good thing. You've still got the chance of this one messing him up if he gets a bad roll. Even affecting his aggression. Oh, there. Right, he's a +1. But they can go minus, which is good. Right, so on the BVR column, so it's not quite as good as air-to-air combat. I want to say good. It's not quite as bad as air-to-air combat, really. Is what I mean, but I'm saying good because it's affecting him. So his aggression value is a +1. Doesn't apply. He did have an enemy. He did have a friendly aircraft damage, so he gets that -1. So modifiers are 0. I'm just wondering about night rules, but I'm sure something would have shown up about night, and I don't recall anything about fighting at night. Yeah, I think everyone's okay. So no modifiers here. So we want this to be a nice low roll. So here we go. Right, nice and low. That dice is cocked, but I could just say it's a 6, I suppose. It is kind of cocked in the corner, like, isn't it? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I need to roll that again. I'll keep the 10 for him though, so 14. I think that's okay. Well, might not be actually. No, it's just one shot. Obviously, if it had been 16, it would be no effect. Well, it's no effect for him anyway, because it did feel kind of bad. It looked more like a 6 than a 2, didn't it? But it was kind of angled on the corner. So, it's fine, no. So, no adjustment to aggression. Jetson check doesn't matter to him, because he's a clean flight. So, yeah, all good. Okay. Well, could have been better. I think the fact we lost our weapons as well. So, and then finally, he does get marked to a BVR avoid marker. That's the only marker he's going to get. And Dodge is finished. Yeah, well, that timing's quite good actually, because that's us hit an hour. And I know it was a slow start, but we got moving there actually. Yeah, that was good. So initiative back in the chat. It is going to be the Warsaw Pact's turn. Where's that marker? There it is. It's going to be Warsaw Pact to go to draw the next chat. In actual fact, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Both these flights are within 7 of that. So there was a downside to that. So I think they're now going to check and see what they are. So Dodge could be in for a bit more. Oh yeah, the MiG-25 PD, it has a good BVR, 8, 4 and 2. That's the range. It's +0 to it, mind you, but okay. Well, that's going to an hour in a minute, so better just calling it there. Unlikely to get any more tonight, I'm afraid. It's not too late, but I'm still working tomorrow and got other things I need to do. And to be honest, I didn't think I was going to do any of this. So, but yeah, I enjoyed that though. That was good. And I know a lot of the beginning of the video was me trying to work out what I'm going to do up there, and I'm still going to have to scratch my head about that. And I didn't think there was any point in me moving the bomber. It seemed more sensible to get that going. We only had the one initiative as well, so okay, that was cool. Hopefully no major blunders, but you can never be sure. I think I've made quite a lot in this game, and yeah, I mean the rules are tough. They are. I know. I said to you, Martin made the comment about the solo bot being a bit too nice for his liking, and I've maybe showed that I find that a little bit myself, but I did comment back to Martin and said that the complexity of the game itself is enough without the bot being a bit more meatier, and although, yeah, to be honest, enemy action Ardennes, enemy action Kharkov, the AI in the systems is very complex, and the game itself, well, actually, that's not true. The bot's more complex than the actual game, I would say. I'm sure people play that 2-player and probably breeze through it. The complexness comes from the bots, really. Whereas it's the opposite in this. The bot's nice and simple. And maybe that's why they've done it that way. Maybe they've done it that way because it's a really complex game. I think it is, anyway. I mean, you didn't mess about with 60-page rule books, and that's just the rule book, you know. We've got these appendices and that tell you where the airfields are and things. I'm learning, John. I'm learning. Right, okay, I'll leave that for now, and yeah, I doubt much is going to happen tomorrow. I'm kind of busy at work, so I'll be back when I'm back, alright? Okay, cheers.